Okay, so now let's look at Pythagoras' theorem. So you may have covered this in earlier high school years, but I'll just cover this briefly. So basically what Pythagoras' theorem is, it's basically a formula that allows you to work out an unknown side when you have a right angle triangle and you know two of the sides. So for a right angle triangle, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And c is always the hypotenuse. So in order to work out the length of the longest side of a right angle triangle, all you need to do is you need to square the two sides that are given to you, and just work out the unknown side by applying it to this formula. So for example, for this one, this triangle over here, to work out what the hypotenuse is, it's just going to be, so this is the right angle. So hypotenuse is, remember, opposite to the right angle. Okay. So to work out what this is going to be, so remember a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So a is 5. So 5 squared plus 12 squared is equal to c squared. So 5 squared plus 12 squared. I'll just quickly do that on my calculator and it will be 169 is equal to c squared. So now all I need to do is just square root c to work out what, square root 169 and I will get 13. So c is equal to 13. So therefore my longest side here is 13. So that's basically it in terms of Pythagoras' theorem. Pretty straightforward. You would have covered this in year 9 and year 10. So it's just a bit of a recap there. Okay, so now let's look at trig. So trig, again, you may have covered this in year 9, just depending on your school, or year 10. And this is basically when, it's sort of like Pythagoras' theorem, but this time we're working at an unknown side if we're given one side and we know an angle as well. So there's two functions that you need to know. So you need to know sine, cos, and tan. So sine is so, cos is ka, and tan is toa. So ka toa is a really good acronym. And what the acronym basically refers to is, if we have an angle, we can assign all the sides of the triangle based off that angle. So the side that is opposite to the right angle is always the hypotenuse. The side that is physically opposite to the angle is the opposite side, or the O. And then the other side that is between the right angle and the angle is the adjacent side. So if we know one side and we know one angle, we can actually work out the unknown side just by using a little bit of algebra and these circular functions. So let's look at an example. So here we have an example here. So find the value of x correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so how would we work out x? So first of all, what we need to do is assign the sides based on the angle that we've been given. So we've been given 21 degrees. So remember, this side opposite to the right angle will be the hypotenuse. This side will be the opposite because it's opposite to the unknown, to the given angle. And this will be the adjacent. Okay, so now the side that we are concerned with is the hypotenuse and the opposite angle. So we want to find a ratio that involves O and H. And in this case, that is the sine function. So the sine function has O and it has H. So basically we can use ka toa. We can use the sine function. So sine of 21 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is, remember, x. Hypotenuse is 30 in this case. And then to work out x, all we need to do is move the 30 across. So therefore it will be 30 times sine 21 degrees is equal to x. And then we can just do this on our CAS. So x is equal to, just give me 1 second, 30 sine 21 degrees, and we will get 10.75 centimeters. Remember, length is really important, or units are really important. So that's how we do these questions. We basically look at the given question, we look at what angles we know and what, sorry, not angles we know, we look at what sides we know and what side we don't know. And then we basically find a ratio which relates the side that we know and the side that we don't know, and we just basically use that particular function.